Tuesday night on Fox News Channel, White House counselor Stephen Miller made a striking case. President Trump's the most skilled government official of our chance, and he's the best speaker to hold that office in years. Looking for some authentic setting about political discourse giving in Trump's place in that atmosphere, I contacted Barton Swaim, who put in 3 years as a speech specialist for then South Carolina Republican Governor Chuck Sanford, an affair he expounded on in his widely praised journal The Speechwriter. Our discussion, directed by means of email and daintily altered for stream, is beneath. Cillizza. On Tuesday night, Stephen Miller said this: President Trump's the most talented lawmaker of our chance and he's the best speaker to hold that office in years. I need to concentrate on the speaker part. Do you concur with Miller's appraisal? Swaim: No, and by one means or another I presume Miller didn't expect for individuals to concur with it. It sounds to me like he's figured out how to troll to state something so ridiculous or befuddling or illogical that, shaky however the announcement might be, the discussion takes a move in the direction of the thing you needed it to be about. It's a piece of the dictatorship of the proletariat we're living under. Cillizza: Let's discussion about Trump's talking style. How might you portray it? Also, is it viable from a rhetorical viewpoint? Swaim: Trump's not a speaker in the standard or exemplary sense by any stretch of the imagination. However, the truly fascinating thing is that bunches of individuals wouldn't differ with Miller. By what means would this be able to be? I believe it's about Trump's method for talking. There's something extraordinary about the way he communicates what he supposes something that makes conventional government officials, even the genuine ones, sound lifeless and deceitful. He's a hostile to speaker, Trump is, and I imagine that is a noteworthy piece of his lore. In 2016, American legislative issues had achieved a time when dialect had turned out to be so vaporous it made you debilitated. Not that political dialect will ever be set apart by clearness and trustworthiness. Political dialect has never been straightforward, truly, yet the greater part of our government officials now talk always in a sort of tasteless, painstakingly supported stream of substance-less verbiage. At the point when Trump talks, there's a sharpness about it. What's more, he's not cautious. He doesn't fence. Those of us who manage political stuff professionally are so usual to political dialect as it is that we experience difficulty acknowledging exactly how extraordinary and intriguing and invigorating Trump sounds to many people. Take his remarks about North Korea yesterday. Whatever other lawmaker in a similar condition would have made some absolutely forgettable comment about how North Korea was challenging the will of the universal group and how this conduct is unsatisfactory and we denounce these incitements in the most grounded terms and yak. Trump wouldn't know how to talk that way in the event that he needed to. So he says any North Korean rocket strike, what was it? Will be met with flame and rage like the world has never observed. Leave aside your perspectives of what the U.S. ought to do on North Korea. I happen to concur with the approach of taking significantly more forceful tone with Kim on the grounds that I don't think Kim sees some other sort of message. However, leave that aside. Trump's dialect, by and by, holds your consideration. Fire and fierceness? Where did he even get that? So we in the commentariat can sway our fingers and shake our heads in the event that we need. However, in the event that we don't get a handle on how appealing Trump's expository style is, we're more idiotic than we look. Cillizza: Does the way Trump talks, and gives addresses, help you to remember anybody all through legislative issues? Why or why not? Swaim: No. I've never heard anything like it. The rhythm obviously is New York, dislike respectable political New York. He doesn't seem like Senator Chuck Schumer or a previous Mayor Rudy Giuliani or some individual. To me, and I'm not from any place close to the Northeast, so perhaps I don't know, he seems like a New York cabbie. Forceful, contemptuous, anxious, somewhat mean. Individuals who seem like that simply aren't in governmental issues, isn't that so? Cillizza: How fundamental to being an effective president is being a decent to awesome open speaker. Furthermore, has that changed throughout the years? Swaim: American governmental issues doesn't compensate rhetoric. English legislative issues does. It's something to do with parliamentary culture, possibly. It generally makes me somewhat miserable to see what number of British lawmakers are fit for composing better than average books. Our lawmakers are great at a considerable measure of things, yet hanging words together simply isn't one of them, and never has been. Barack Obama was a special case, clearly, albeit even he tended increasingly toward flat deliberation after some time, to the time when he sounded exhausting and unsurprising toward the finish of his second term. Cillizza finished his sentence. Donald Trump is a speaker. Now, clarify. Swame, physical. He's a physical speaker. I don't know precisely what I mean. Perhaps I mean it the way football analysts allude to a few players as physical. You hear them think, physical? What, rather than otherworldly? In any case, I think they mean the player is forceful with his entire individual when he plays. There's no deliberateness or stress over exactness. They simply hit and hit hard. That is Donald Trump's talk. Or, then again, as Stephen Miller would amazingly call it, rhetoric.